I'm going to walk through the LG 77-inch class OLED evo G4 and try to give you a clear picture of whether it actually lives up to the hype, or if it's just another big ticket that looks great on paper. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First-time buyers of a TV this size usually wrestle with three things: will it fit the room, will it actually look better than a high-end LED, and will the price tag translate into everyday enjoyment or just occasional wow moments? The first practical question is space. A 77-inch screen is roughly 67 inches wide, so you need a wall or a stand that can handle that footprint without looking cramped. The one-wall design means LG has made the panel ultra-thin and the bezels virtually invisible, which looks stunning when it's flush to the wall, but it also means you have to be confident about mounting. The TV comes with a standard Visa pattern and a fairly robust mounting bracket, but the sheer weight over 100 pounds means you'll likely need professional installation unless you're comfortable with heavy lifting and precise leveling. I've seen a few owners mention that the wall mount hardware felt a bit under-engineered for a TV this massive, so double-checking the wall studs is essential. Now, what does the picture actually do for you day-to-day? The self-lit OLED pixels give perfect black levels, which is the foundation of any good OLED. In a dim living room, a nighttime movie feels like you're sitting in a dark cinema, shadow detail stays intact, and the colors pop without any halo. The Brightness Booster Max pushes the peak luminance higher than older OLEDs, which helps a bit in brighter rooms, but it's still not on par with a top-end mini LED. If you have large windows and keep the curtains open, you'll notice the image dimming a little during the day. For most households, though, the extra nits are enough to keep HDR content looking punchy. Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, and the Filmmaker mode are baked in, and they work as advertised. I tested a few streaming titles: The Crown in Dolby Vision and Blade Runner 2049 with Atmos, and the image retained subtle gradations that many LED panels wash out. The sound, however, is still limited to the built-in speakers, which are decent for casual TV watching but won't replace a dedicated soundbar or AV receiver. The real advantage is the integration with Alexa. You can ask the TV to change the input, lower the volume, or dim the lights if you have a compatible smart home setup, all without reaching for the magic remote. The A11 AI processor is LG's claim to fame for upscaling lower-resolution content. In practice, a 1080p broadcast sports game looked sharper after a few seconds of processing, and the motion handling felt smoother. There is a slight soap opera effect if you turn the TrueMotion setting on full, which can be off-putting for movies, but that's an easy tweak in WebOS. Speaking of WebOS, the interface is clean and quick for the most part, but it can feel a touch cluttered when you have many apps installed. Switching between Netflix, Prime Video, and the built-in TV guide takes a second or two, which isn't a deal-breaker but worth noting if you're used to instant app launches on a phone. One of the hidden trade-offs with any OLED, especially one this large, is the risk of burn-in. LG has introduced pixel shift and log luminance adjustment features that mitigate static image retention, but if you leave a news ticker or a game HUD on for many hours, you could eventually see ghosting. For a family that watches a lot of live sports or plays video games with static HUDs, it's a point to keep in mind. The TV does have a screensaver mode that activates after 30 minutes of inactivity, which helps, but it's not a substitute for mindful viewing habits. Let's talk price and value. This model sits comfortably in the high-end bracket, often quoted around $5,000 depending on the retailer. The rating on Amazon averages 3.8 out of 5 from over 2,000 reviewers, indicating a mix of love and disappointment. Buyers who love the sheer visual impact and are comfortable with the size tend to rate it highly, while those who expected a TV that could double as a bright room daytime display or who ran into mounting headaches tend to score it lower. If you're comparing it to a comparable 75-inch mini LED that's $1,500 less, you need to decide whether the perfect blacks and cinematic color volume are worth the extra outlay for your viewing habits. Who should buy it? If you're a cinephile who values image fidelity over sheer brightness, have a dedicated home theater room where you can control ambient light, and want a TV that will also serve as a high-end gaming monitor, The low input lag and HDMI 2.1 support are solid. This OLED evo G4 is a strong candidate. It also makes sense for a tech-savvy household that already uses Alexa and wants a sleek centerpiece that blends into a modern core. On the flip side, skip it if you're